G'day guys, we didn't meet for a while on. What we're doing here, we will try to fully service an XCMG 5.5 ton excavator. It's a big service, a 1,000-hour service. That's pretty much the position of the arm have to be, so you can check the hydraulic oil. We've got all the filters we need, air filters, fuel filters, everything else. Here, as you see, you check the hydraulic oil. That's the position of the machine. That should be the level of the oil. For the hydraulic, we're going to change that as well. Got the air filter in there. We're going to go for the fuel separator, fuel filter. We've got oil filter just down the bottom there. That's the oil filter for the engine. That's where you check your engine oil, right there. I'm gonna drop the engine oil. We're gonna do the final drives, which is this one's here. As you see, this one has got 3 plugs, so I'll do it this way. I'll keep one on the bottom, one on top, one on the side. Why is that? Because that on the side, that will show me my level. That should be your level. But when you drain the oil, you need to take that one out so the air, easy for the oil to come out. But when you put that one back to pull the oil in, it's going to be hard because the air needs to come out as you put the oil in, so you need to take that one out as well. Normally I'll take all 3 out and then I'll put that one back, fill up the oil from the top, and when the oil level comes out here, that means it's done. Just plug them up. What else? We do have an hydraulic filter in there. I'm going to change that one as well, so it will take a little bit of work. We'll take it through slowly. As I mentioned, I didn't mention actually before, this is me first time doing a big service on excavator. I never done a big one before. I just done the engine. I never changed the hydraulic and all the other stuff. So we'll see how we go on. Do the bottom one, put this one underneath there, take out completely the bottom one. It's very clean. That means at least they all got magnet. That means it's not much tear and wear. The oil is flowing very slowly, as you see. Soon I'll get the top one out. Have a look at that. Boom. It's not too bad. Now, as I said, I'll take that one out because that's going to be more level. We do it one by one. Oil is not too bad. Normally I use gear oil, mineral gear oil, or you can use synthetic 80, I think 140 W80, something like that. So yeah, you can do exactly the same on the other side. As soon as it's drained, you're going to fill it up. So while that one is keep draining, so I'm going to use synthetic, as I said, 80W 140. We're going to drop the engine oil. Engine oil got a sun plug right underneath, right in there. That's a sun plug there. For that one there, just drop the phone. We're gonna need a 22mm socket, and a bucket or something. So I've got a bucket there. I'll try to show you exactly, but it's pretty much how to do it. Under the plug, a sun plug, and let it drop. That's the engine oil. Well, that's draining. Have a look at this one, guys. That's pretty good now. Dripping. I'm gonna pump up some very clean one here. I need 2 hands. Just flash everything out. And now this one. It's very hard when you're filming and doing everything on your own. And that, hopefully, guys, you appreciate it. I'm going to put something through just to flash it a little bit. Careful. As you see, can you clean one up? One that's gone, I'll top it up. That's pretty good now. From the plug on the bottom back. Tighten it up later. Clean up a little bit around that thing. Clean up there. Okay, remove this. Tighten up this. I just like to tap the bit with the hammer. Beautiful. Now literally we pump up clean oil in it until it comes up to that hole. Shouldn't come that quick. Oh, there, still in it. Just gonna go a bit more slower. Shouldn't take too much. Not 100% sure. I think it takes about 700 to 800 grams, mil. Oops, there you see stuff coming out. That should be pretty full. I will double check that just to make sure. Just to make sure. Bump up just a touch more in. See, as you see, it's coming out there. That means it's full. ready to put the plug back in. So now the level inside the gear should be up there somewhere. That's all we can do for the final drives. Pull out the plugs, tighten them up, done. So we just finished on this side here. We drain it, put new oil in it. Now that's about finished draining. But what I want to do, I want to put a bit of clean oil and flush it. So that's where you put your oil in for the engine. Just a little bit of clean oil. We go through everything and flush the rest of the dark ones, or part of it. So just put it in. That's maybe a good half a litre. Won't hurt at all. As you see, it's still coming dark. So, as I said, good half a litre, maybe a bit more. It won't hurt at all. Do it regularly. Pretty much, the engine is going to last you a long time. I normally do it every 250 hours. I just drop the engine oil, put new oil in. Every 500 hours I'll drop engine oil, change the filters as well, because we talk only filters and engine oil. And same 750 again, just engine oil, just oil. 1000 hours we do again, filter, engine oil. That will keep clean, very clean your engine from my point of view. As I say, it doesn't start to come up dark. I pump a little bit more in. I'm very happy with that. Yeah, very happy with that. Let it go out, then we keep going. Now this is a little bit messy here. You can't really see. I put some rugs under the filter because it's gonna spill. I'm gonna use a ratchet and a strap to just undo it for a little bit. Let's put the, there we go. She's undone. Take this ratchet and things out. I'll show you how it looks. So we're gonna take the filter out. Should go by hand now. There we go. I think it's gonna be messy. Yep, exactly as I expected. I don't know any other method. We got the old filter out. What we want to do, clean as much as we can. Don't load any mess. If you guys know anyway, anyhow, somehow, or whatever, change this filter without spilling, let me know. There's no room to put a tray or nothing under. Very weird how they think about it, but can't do nothing about it. So yeah, this is the strap we used, and that to undo it. And as you see there, a little bit of oil still coming out of sand, not much. So I'm gonna put a new filter on. So oil is drained, plug is back on. the fuel filter, the engine oil filter on. We clean as much as we can of what we spill around it. It's pretty good and clean. Now we're just gonna start pumping up oil through there and then check it over there. So I'll pump up. Not sure how much exactly goes in. I'm gonna pump up 4 liters, check it, pump 4.5, check it, and keep going like that until it's to the level. So I pumped up about 4 liters in it, put the dipstick in. You can't even see it on the dipstick, but whatever it's on that bucket, I'll guess it's about 6 liters. You guys are gonna think, how do I know how much I pumped in? Well, when I own my drums and my pumps, we previously checked with this pump how much pumped. So if it goes all the way up and you press it down, you've got roughly about 100 grams pumped into the engine. So 10 of these, 100 mils, sorry. So 10 of these will be about 1 liter. So we keep pumping and we keep checking. Pumped out about 6 liters. Seems to be to level, but one thing, don't forget your filter, it's empty. So put everything back, start the engine, run it for about a minute, not even. Let the filter to fill up, let it set, and then check it again. If it needs to pump up a bit more, if not, you're good to go. Just finished pumping up the oil, the engine oil. So it took more than I expected, so it took about 9 liters. We did run the engine, let it set, check it, and yeah, took more than I expected, so 9 liters in total. Alright, we're gonna keep going with fuel filters. That's the fuel filter, that's the fuel filter, but it's called a water separator, as the water sits down on the bottom and all the other shit. First the fuel goes through this and then goes through that. So yeah, we're gonna change these two now. Okay, so the fuel filter separator. The only trick with these ones, when you take them off and put them back on, is to make sure you do fill them up, because otherwise there's going to be a lot of air in it. You need to pump it up and your machine won't start. Make sure it's full to the top like that, and then screw it back up. Same with this other filter. You want to make sure you fill it up. You never put it back empty. You're never going to start the machine. You want to fill it up to the top and screw it back up. That's what we're going to do. After we change one and then the other one, I just extra fuel was just on top there on the ring. Yeah, make sure you start it up. You never change, you're not gonna take off both at the same time. Take one off and then the other one, doesn't matter which one, but because if you take both off, the lines will empty as well, and then you're gonna have again problems starting it. So one at a time, make sure you fill up the filters, and as soon as you do each one, start the machine. You do one, start the machine, you do the other one, start the machine, let it run for half a minute, and that's done. Alright, we're gonna continue with the air filters. Hey, pretty simple. Just take the cap off, take the filters. We'll show you in a sec. As I said, I just undo the clips. Should have 3 clips. Side. A bit dirty. We clean all that inside. Make sure it's not much dust in there. Take the filters off. We've got the outer filter right next to. We've got the new ones there. We've got the inner filter. Normally people doesn't change this one at 500 hours. I do. I do change it at 500 hours and 1000. Every 500 hours I'll change that. People normally just change the big one. I like to keep my engines clean. As you see in there, it's a little bit of dust. Just get a rag, drag it up all around. Make sure everything is nice and clean. And same with the cap. As I said, it's a little bit hard for me to feel at the same time to clean up, but we manage. So it's clean. We're gonna grab the new filter. Nice new filter goes straight in. Small filter. Just push it all the way up. And then we've got a big one here. Now engine is done. We pretty much can move forward. And then it's all done. So what's left to do? Just to change the hydraulic oil in the tank. And I looked through the book. They don't recommend to change it, but I will. They just recommend to change the filters. So by the looks of it, it's got a big filter in there and another one in there, and it's got a rod holding that. When you open all these, when you start looking for the hydraulic and all that, as I said, the plug is right underneath. I'll show you in a second. Make sure you release the pressure. You've got a little cap here. Just press that and that will release the pressure, as you hear. Now there's no pressure inside the tank. Now you can work pretty easily on it. What we have to do is take all them screws out, all this big bolts all around it, lift up everything. We might have to take this hose off and that one. Just need to lift up everything off, so it's not an easy job. But for that doing, you just need to drain the oil. The oil is pretty much right underneath. So where the truck is now, if you sit the machine like that, if you sit the machine like that, you will see over here somewhere. Over there somewhere to plug. So it's better if you swing. So it's better if you swing the machine, so that plug stays in between your trucks, which I will do. It's a little bit hard here, as I've got my car right next to it. I might just, I don't know what I'll do exactly. I might just go machine forward, move the boat and put it that way. Because if I'll do it on the other side, it's still going to be on the way, the blade. So yeah, have to be that way. All right, I'll see you in a tick when I'll undo all the top and I'll pull out the gut. So I swing the machine around. You've got the plug right under the trucks. Easy access. The bucket here, empty one. See, that's the plug there. I already cracked it. It'll come up easy with him. I'm just gonna place the bucket under and literally take the plug off. And then I actually forgot to release the pressure. I did before, but bet you money build up again. Not much pressure, but still. Now literally I'm just going to take that plug off. It's a pretty big plug. There we go. Spill a bit, but yep. Alright, I have to let this go because I might have to swap the bucket. Okay, all I said, I had to undo the hoses from here. So now I'm going to pull out the whole filter out, which is...
Let me try this, Mom. Let me try it.
Pull it out, I have to undo it here somehow.
I go bring something else.
By the looks of it, it's got another screw in here. I have to undo that screw and then I can screw it around. Oh, very interesting. I would love to pull it out. I can't. Maybe. No, I can do it. Look at that. That was way too much mess here. And there's the filter inside. That's how it looks. Got a new one. And then we've got a big one right in there. I have to put my hands in. I'm going to grab the phone off my wallet for a sec. And I will show you what's inside there. I don't know how much you can see. Pass me that phone, please. Thank you. So I have to put my hands through and actually undo that. And it's got another one right in there. Pretty much on the bottom one. So, and that's the big one. It's as big as this hole. So I'm not sure how I'm going to pull that one out, but we will let you know. So I've got a bit of light. I'll show you better what's actually in there. That's another filter. Which one is pretty big. I only can take it out through this big hole, not through that. That's kind of weird filter, but we'll manage it. We do have the same one in the box, kind of the same one, which has to be the same one actually. Got that little thing holding the filter. And this must be the filter. So we'll see how we get it out. So I took the big filter out. I will try to show how that works. So as you see, there's that little bit of pipe there on the bottom, and then it's a small one on the top. And see that one there. So how you have to put it on that one there, that's got a seal. See this filter here, the big one. So that it's got inside there, it's got an O-ring. So that you should put it through there, push it in on that way, and push it on. But before you do that, you need to put this onto the thing. And this has got a spring up on top here, so that will go on top of that little pipe I show you. So you have to screw this one in here, literally. In order to put it on, you have to screw it all the way in into the filter. You have to undo all that all the way. So it's just a little bit hard with one hand to show you, but anyway, I'll stop it and I'll do it. So literally you have to have all that thread inside the filter, and then you take the filter, the whole filter, you put it through that big hole, you push it across, you put that seal in that big pipe on the bottom, and then once that one it's in, then you start unscrew it all the way up. So this spring here put tension on that little pipe on top. Once that's done, then you need to tighten up the nut to the filter so it stays in place, and that's about it. So yeah, I'll show you once it's done. I can't film it in there. I hope you understood how I said it, explained. So when you put it in, it should look like that. Don't tighten up that, make sure just hand. You just put it back in, boom, and then you line it up and you start unscrewing from the big one to the top. Once it's got pressure, that spring on top with tension on it, then you just tighten up the nut. So as you see, back on the place, but the top is not, doesn't even touch yet. So now you just unscrew this big one all the way, put pressure, and then just tighten up that nut. That's how it should look after you tighten up everything. Pretty weird system, but yeah. Now I have to move to the next one. With this second one, it's pretty simple, straightforward. One side is blocked. That's just got thread. I'll pull this one here just for a sec. I want to put hold that, not to move the thread. They locked it up with that bolt, which is this bolt here. So I undo that bolt pretty much, and we just unscrew the filter, put the new one in, put the bolt back up, done. Pretty simple system, this one. So I'll do it, and I'll show you how to put it back in. Okay, change the filter, so that little screw and the thing hold the filter in place and not unscrew. It's pretty very simple system, this one. I just put it back in. Just put a bit of grease around the O-ring. Just a little bit of grease around the O-ring. Make sure it's all clean, doesn't have any dirt or dust. Line them up back on the hole where it used to be. Make sure it's lined up, and that's pretty much it. What I have to do after, just take that one off, so we top it up with oil. So I'll put all the screws back in. This one here, I have to undo it. It's got another screw on the side. I have to undo that. So this one goes back on top, pretty much. I'll put a couple of screws on that side, just to hold it in place. So this one I have to lift up a bit, like that. It goes back up there. It's got a screw right in there, for that one, and then two on top. Put all the screws, tighten them up, hoses back, undo the cap, fill it up, machine it in position. That's the position. And when you fill it up, once it's coming up here, it's good to go. Move the hydraulics a few times, and once you move the hydraulics, check it again. Needs to top it up, and that's pretty much done. All the service. Don't forget to put the plug underneath, and that's so you serviced 5.5 XCMG. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.